Hello guys, this is Kingsley from Ielts Blast. Today we'll be treating a passage, and the topic of this passage is traditional farming system in Africa. Don't forget, this is a true false not given question, and that is the question I said we'll be dealing with. So if you have not yet watched the previous video on how to tackle the true false not given, please go to the video and watch it. You will really see the basic techniques that I explained there, although this is the application of those techniques. Please, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, this is the best time for you to subscribe. As I've said before, you will really get a lot from this video. So now let's dive into the question. So if you remember the last time on our previous video, I made mention of scanning keyword and target keyword. Now let's check this question out. Okay, so question 9 to 11. The instructions say, do the following statement agree with the information given in passage 2? So the whole of this passage here is passage 2. You can see it now, passage 2. Okay, so now let's go back to the question. Now the question says, or the instruction says, true if the statement is true, false if the statement is false, not given if the statement is not found or information is not found in the passage. Now let's take a look at question 9 to 12. Now the first question here, which is question 9, says people rarely use animal to cultivate land. Don't forget, we have a scanning keyword here we need to underline, and we also have a target keyword we need to focus more on so as to arrive at the right answer. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just underline all the scanning keyword from question 9 to 12. So for question 9, the scanning keyword here is what? People. I underline it, make it bold. Animal. I underline it, bold. Then cultivate land. I also underline it, bold. So these are the scanning keyword for question 9. Now let's check question 10. Let's also look at the scanning keyword in question 10. The scanning keyword here says children. Make it bold. Busy time. Make it bold. Then labor force. I also make it bold. So those are the scanning keyword in question 10. Now the scanning keyword in question 11, we have local residents. Make it bold. Then goat. Make it bold. And then regular time. These are the scanning keyword. So number 12, the scanning keyword here is what? Sightmen. We have sophisticated system. Then we have protein. So these are the scanning keyword that I have underlined, because this keyword that I've underlined, I told you the last time that the function or the use of them is to make me identify the exact sentence I'm to focus more on. Okay, now that I've underlined all the scanning keyword, let's check them from the passage. Please, true, false, not given. All the answers are sequential. So where you find number 9, under of number 9, you will see the answer to question 10. So now let's take a look. Let's search for this keyword, yeah, which is people, animal, cultivate, land. So let's dive into the passage. So as usual, you check line by line. You check line by line. So we are looking for people, animal, cultivate, land. You check line by line. Okay, it's not in paragraph A. Let's check paragraph B. Check line by line. So don't think that you are wasting time, but with more practice using this technique, you will get it. So those keywords are not in paragraph B. Check line by line. Check line by line. It's not in paragraph C. So let's check paragraph D, whether we'll find people, animal, and cultivate land. Those 3 keywords must be in a particular sentence. Let's check line by line. You see the way I'm moving my cursor? That is how you'll be using your pen on that day to be tracing it line by line. With more practice, you will find it very fast and very what? Easy. Okay, those keywords are not in paragraph D. Let's check paragraph E, whether we'll find those keywords. Okay, there's no keyword of such in that aspect. Okay, now at this point, I know that some people will just say the answer is not there. Please keep searching. Don't just go ahead and pick not giving. Just keep searching. Search. Okay, it's not in paragraph F. Okay, it's not also in paragraph D. Paragraph G. Let's check H. Let's check H, whether we'll see those keywords. Yeah. Okay, there is no keyword here. Now let's check paragraph I. Okay, I've seen horse and cattle here, which is also an animal. Okay, I have to underline. Let me see whether we'll see land here. Okay, it's not here. Oh, I've seen. Oh, nice. I've seen cultivated land. Underline it. Make it bold. Then I've seen peoples. Underline it. Make it bold. Then I've seen animal. Okay, so that means that my answer is likely going to be in this sentence. Can you see it? Because my keywords are there. My answer is likely going to be in this particular sentence. Okay, now this place that I underlined before, so this answer here, my answer is not there, so let me uncheck it so that I will not confuse you guys. So now year to year, this is where my answer will be. So what do I need to do? I have to underline the sentence, because I told you earlier that always underline the sentence. So I have to underline this sentence. Okay, now read the question again. Let's read the question. People rarely use animal to cultivate land. So our target keyword here is what? Rarely. This is the target keyword. They really use animal to cultivate land. Now, most of the time, most people tend to look for this word. No, what do? You look at the meaning. What is the meaning of really? Really could also be something that they don't do often. They don't do it often because most of the time Ielts will not repeat this keyword. They can use a synonym on it. So what you need to do is for you to look at the meaning first. Think of the meaning. Like this one means they don't do it often. But if you are lucky they repeat it, the answer is very easy. So let's check where we underline and see whether they use it or whether they use a different word for really. Now, the statement says the absence of animal drift, the absence of animal draft power greatly limit people ability to plow and cultivate land. A married couple can really manage to prepare by hand hauling. Now, if you look at this statement here, you find out that really they use the word limit. Because really can also have the same meaning. It can also be synonymous to what? To limits. It limit people. It really. So, you see this statement here. So, this statement here, reading it carefully, you will find out that it has the same meaning with this number 9. So, the answer here will become what? True. So the answer of number 9 is what? True. Don't forget, really, limit, they are synonymous to each other. So if you look at the question, if you look at the statement too, you find that they both have the same meaning together. And you can see that with the scanning keyword, I was able to locate the exact sentence, read it carefully, check out whether it has the same meaning. Because this statement and that question have the same meaning. That's why the answer is what? True. True. Now let's take a look at the number 10. The question says, when it is a busy time, children usually took part in the labor force. When it is a busy time, children usually took part in the labor force. So now, because we've saw the first answer here, which is number 9, you don't need to read up again. You continue from here. So let's count for those keywords. What are the keywords we are scanning for? Busy time, children, labor force. So let's count it now. So we're already scanning it. We are looking for children, busy time, and what? Labor force. Even if you see a place that they said children, also read it. Read that particular sentence. Okay. Let's go through it one more time. Okay. So you see now that we did not see anything related to that in the passage. So what do you need to do? For we not to waste time, the answer here will become what? Not giving. Because we didn't see anything that relate to this particular what? Statement. Now let's move on to the next one. The local resident eats goat on regular time. They eat goat on regular time. So they eat goat on regular time. So what our scanning keyword here is local resident goat. So the target keyword here is what? Regular time. So they must eat, if they must eat goat on regular time if it is true. If it is not on regular time, it becomes false. So now let's check the local resident and goat. Let's see whether we'll see anything relating to that. Okay. Okay. Oh, I've seen goat and chicken here. Can you see it now? Goat and what? Chicken. So that means that I will have to read from year to year. So let's underline it. So let's underline this now for question 2. And read. Most people keep freely rolling chicken and goats. This act as a reserve for battling, but may also be occasionally slaughtered for ceremony or for entertaining important visitors. So let's take a look at the question again. The question says the local resident eat goat on regular time. What do we understand by regular time? Regular time means every day. They eat goat every time. But in the passage here, where we just underline, this place that we just underline, if you read it one more time, look at what he said. They said, most people keep freely rolling chicken and goats. This act as a reserve for battling, but may also be occasionally slaughtered for ceremony or entertainment, entertaining important visitors. So you find that this one has to be with it is when they have ceremony or when they have important visitor, that is when they slaughter goats and chicken. But the passage, the question says they eat goat on regular basis. So this answer here is false, because they don't do it on regular time. They only do it whenever they have a ceremony or whenever they have a visitor. So whenever they have a ceremony or visitor, it's not a regular time. So that's why this statement is false. Hope that is clear. Now, let's solve question 12. Sightmen. Though sightmen has been a sophisticated system, it could not provide enough protein. Now, what are my scanning keyword here? Sightmen, sophisticated system. Sophisticated system could be a complex work, a complex thing. Now, our target keyword here is what? Could not provide. This is our target keyword. Could not provide. Okay, now let's check the passage. You see that I have to scroll down. Okay, I've seen citement here. So I have to underline it, make it bold. Has been an ingenious system. You see now, ingenious system is also known as what? Sophisticated system. Okay. Okay. Wow, that means that our statement here is from year to year. If you remember our techniques I said about true false not giving, I said you should read 1 to 2 sentences. 1 to 2 sentences. Now let's read. They said citement has been an ingenious system for providing people with seasonal production of high quality cereal and vegetable in region of acid heavily lunch soil. Nutritionally, the most serious deficiency was that of protein. The most serious deficiency was that of protein. What do we mean by deficiency? Deficiency means it does not have protein. And if you look at the statement says what? Through citement has been a sophisticated system, it could not provide protein. Yes, the answer is what? True. Why is it true? Because in the statement they said it has a serious deficiency. It has a serious deficiency. What do we mean by deficiency? Deficiency means what? It does not provide protein. So that's why the answer here is true. So can you see the way the whole questions was so easy for us to solve using our scanning keyword and our target keyword? In true false not, you must know your target keyword, you must know your scanning keyword. Because once you know your target keyword, it will become very easy for you to get the right answer. And trust me, true false not giving, you see now that it follows order. You can see now that here we got our answer to question 1. This was where we got our question 1 answer. This particular sentence. Then this particular sentence now is now where we got our answer to question 3. Sorry, let me say 11. Question 11. So here is question 9. So can you now see that we now have the answer to question 12 here. So you see that they are always sequential. Always sequential. Once you get the answer to the first question, you will easily get the answer to the second question. So true false not giving, and true false not giving is very very easy once you approach all the techniques that we have used here. Thank you so much. I hope you have learned from this question today. Once again, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so.